We're back. We're back, James.
This is why you're not the host anymore.
I did a great job hosting.
Don't even turn your microphone on.
I think I did a great job.
At least half the time.
I had great energy, great direction, better vocabulary than you.
Oh, it's a challenge.
So I'm educating people just
Go on then. Go on
by
then.
doing my normal thing.
Off you go.
All right then. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gents. This is ECS Season 7, and this could be the last map of today. It depends very much on our teams that we have playing MiBR. On Nuke yesterday had an awful time against Singularity. Honestly, I wonder if it was the fact that they don't have a great Nuke, or if it's partly because they were underestimating Singularity to a certain extent, dropping their guard, but they never used to be like that. However, United didn't do so well on Mirage, so it kind of tells me that perhaps the shock that MiBR had yesterday set in, and now they're like, let's avoid this.
I think that's it. I think MiBR just started really, really slow yesterday, and it showed. Singularity came to play, had close. They almost beat MiBR, but MiBR in the third map just stomped them, and MiBR is now here to play for reals.
It's Inferno now, isn't it?
For reals.
It's
Nuke.
Inferno.
I think
Isn't it Nuke? I'm pretty
Nuke.
sure it's Nuke, isn't it?
Nuke and
So yeah, it's Nuke.
Nuke is Eunited's.
It's Nuke. Did I misread? I must have misread
What
something.
a terrible host.
Little
Can't believe
dyslexia,
doesn't even know what
you
map
know?
is next.
Inferno's third map, I believe.
Like
Okay.
I'm winning.
Very well. Go on then, host then.
Oh, I was.
You just left a gap. There was a gap there. I didn't leave gaps when I was hosting.
Sometimes having a nice pause can allow people to ruminate in the tension that has been generated by the discussion.
There's a lot of tension here.
What a sentence full of nonsense.
Do you want me to explain the word ruminate, James? Okay.
You do what you want. You're the host now.
All right.
Why are you asking me for direction?
Oh, you had to look up
Does that mean you
Jokester.
want me to host?
You had to look up Jokester. Got to do that. Get
Jokester.
confirmation. Yeah,
Right.
Jokester. James was he proposed that I was making up words again.
Can you please
It's
acknowledge
nice,
the
nice.
latest odds by Pinnacle,
All right,
Mr.
okay.
Host?
Well, it's gone now, so you know, what can I do? It's
Oh
gone.
my God! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All I can do is apologise.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Moose. He has shot fallen straight in the face. It's a nice way to start things off, especially being on the back foot, but the return from Coldzera is just as strong to Moose as they make their way down lower, and the dualies come out from Vanity. But it's Marke making it look good with that USP. Oh, wow, what a dance he's doing around the vents, and up the ladder he'll go as Phelps considers the pursuit, but perhaps it is best not to, and the patience pays off because Marke feeds himself back in. Phelps takes one in the face through the vent, taking minimal damage, now goes for the fake. He wants them to feed themselves to him, going up that vent position, but they'll make the long rotation. There's no rush. They have a kit. They have two players, but Cooper's the spacing! The spacing! They can't trade for each other, and now Phelps can just force the 1v1s, and that is not ideal!
my goodness.
That is far from ideal!
That was just like a reverse to reverse. You see, United about to win the round, and then
Eric, he could have waited.
he could have.
He could have just waited
spacing.
2 seconds.
I feel like I said that word 100 times last 2 days. Spacing, spacing, spacing.
Oh man,
Just talk to each other.
Cooper could have just. Fu could have just said, Cooper, just stand still, wait for me, bro. Because they know he was there as well. They know exactly where he was. Oh dear.
Take a deep breath. It's gonna be okay.
Oh dear.
Learn from your mistakes.
I like the hang time there.
You got ups.
It's like there's a moment where you just know you're gonna die. There's just like this silence, and they're in there, and you're like, I'm so dead.
Beat. Bomb is planted. Now, do United play?
Uh-oh.
What's happening?
Uh-oh. Oh. Maybe you gotta
Is that
press
like
it.
what's happening? It's
You
like
gotta
music,
press
making
it.
music. Okay, I guess I'll commentate. James's voice has exploderized his commentator box. We'll be right back with James's voice, but until then, you have me and Eric guiding you through the action, and there's not much to guide you through here, except Cooper getting laid to rest on the cold, clean floors of the lower bomb sites. At least they're clean, I suppose. That is speculation, I have not checked.
So yesterday we had MiBR play on this map on T-side. specifically, they did a lot of outside smokes, but never committed to outside takes to secret. So I want to see it today. Are they going to throw the same game plan, throw a lot of outside smokes and not take it, or maybe this time around throw a bunch of outside smokes and actually start taking secret more than they did yesterday? So it's like these micro adjustments I want to take note of.
The crazy thing too is that yesterday MiBR, they absolutely struggled desperately hard on their T side. Already they look a bit more focused here today, and again, like it blows my mind that NRG lose to United, because NRG are pound for pound.
Oh, you sound so beautiful.
Way better. And so that is definitely a surprising result.
Wow. Well, that's not a good start for MiBR on a full eco save from Eunited.
Making it happen.
Getting a little sloppy on the outside. That's the thing. That's what you said yesterday. It was a little sloppy from MiBR.
Well, Cole's in a 1 versus 4. He's got 50 seconds. He's got the bomb. There's lots of ways to win this. Firstly, they don't have Kevlar. So if coldzera is able to maintain sneak mode, then he will be good to go. And he has to be diligent with what he checks, though, because you can see Cooper's position. There's a gun going to be showing there. Seems like coldzera has an inkling for this. So he will be... There it is. Gets the headshot. However, he did take a lot of damage there, which is not ideal. And they know exactly where he is. The problem here is that he doesn't have time now. He's not left himself with any time. He kind of has to just start running and just pray that his guesses are correct as to the positions of his opponents. This is going to be not very nice, though. Oh. Well, this is weird. Do you want to die and give away the gun, or do you want to save and not make any money? If he really needs to survive here... Oh, God! Ooh. And now they have to go for a full buy with that save. Because the money's so wrecked for 3 players, including himself, so...
Good news, gentlemen. There was... I still sound a little bit like Optimus Prime, hold on. There was an update to CS, and now the loss bonus is capped. They've been listening.
Oh, cool.
They've been listening.
Oh, yeah.
At 5, or...?
I believe so. So it went stack. Well, let me just read it.
That's a huge update, huge
Yeah,
plus.
loss bonus now caps at 5 rounds, and some danger zone bits and some other things that are not so important right
I
now.
haven't played Danger Zone in ages.
I play it all the time.
You should play with
Only
your buddy
the
James.
ignorant don't play it.
You should play with each other.
I'm too good.
I've got super long fingers. I just pressed all the buttons apparently on my little box and kind of broke stuff. So
The poor little box.
but it seems to be doing better now. Okay then, we have Taco and Fur with Desert Eagles. I'm so happy that stack nonsense is gone.
It's a little ridiculous.
Improvements, one at a time.
I like seeing the numbers going up infinitely.
That's why I have an abacus. I don't know if you can go infinite with it though.
I'm sure we can find a way.
Well, infinite's not a number.
That's a symbol.
Okay, you can make the symbol. There are enough beads there, whatever they're called.
You can make it.
Do you know there's more moves in Go than there are stars in the solar system?
You talk about Go, not CS:GO.
Yeah,
The board game Go. The board game Go.
Mm-hmm.
But
Do
even
you know how
CS:GO
to play?
plays.
Do you know how to play Go?
I've played Go a few times, but it's been a long time. So
Okay, we got some big frags from Fallen outside. And that's a lot of map control. Fallen is a problem for United. He just has... He's the freedom. He's a deer just in, in the trees and not in the trees. In the meadow. He's a deer in the meadow with no predators.
Planes.
Yeah, just confident, just hopping about, doing whatever he wants. Little deer pellets of poo everywhere.
Eating berries.
There's no repercussions.
He's trying to... There's no bears around. Can bear catch a deer? I don't know.
Who knows?
Good
There's
question.
different bears with different speeds, but stealth is not really their forte.
the
29 seconds for MiBR with this man advantage to plant the bomb. Never shy for a slow round. Fallen just continues to be a battering ram. He is the police. 2 versus 2, 15 seconds, and we've got Marquis on the A bomb site, but can he find the right angle? Has he been spotted? He's taken some damage. He's got 2 frags, so they may have an inkling. Some jiggling from Fallen. 9 seconds to plant this bomb. Down they go. Molotovs. Mu makes his way forward, trying to take out the trade frag. Fallen jiggling a little bit. some wall banging. No fear from Fallen, and now Marky has position, trying to invite Taco in. He's gone past the angle already, but Marky is considering this. There's the headshot and the round. Round number 2 for United.
And the right angle, the right eye peak.
Okay, let's explain that now. What does that mean?
I already explained it earlier.
I wasn't
last
here.
map. You won? Yeah,
I wasn't, well, I probably was, but I wasn't listening.
Yeah, mentally it checked out. So again, for those of you who are like James and weren't listening earlier or were not here, right eye peak is the mechanic in the game whereby the camera in your avatar, in your player model, is not centered. The camera is to the right of your model. Therefore, if you are peeking to the right, then you're going to be able to see more of the enemy than they'll see of you if they are on their, if you're coming in from their left side.
Yeah.
So there'll be a huge disparity in what you can see. So it'll look like they will make the fastest peak of all time on you, when in reality it's kind of a pedestrian peak. You can Google right eye peak CSGO on YouTube for video demonstration. There you go, James.
P-E-E-K, not P-E-A-K. For those people out there.
Thank you, Dan.
I'm here for the service of our viewers.
Honorable man.
Minute 10 for MiBR. Looking a little ropey now. A bunch of pistols and a scout. Ooh, Fallen. Not really hitting the mark with the scout there. The additional freedom of the movement speed maybe putting him off a little bit. Lots of scoping being done by Cooper. Ferg can hear it, but he can't do anything about it just yet. Another slow run from MiBR as they try to get everything from this they can. Food is going to take Taco's face off. 4 versus 3. So far, so good for United.
Looks like United might be stabilizing or on their way to stabilizing here, and they can avoid more damage. But Fallen is Fallen, isn't he? He's just a guy that disrespects you. He doesn't care for you. I mean, actually, he doesn't disrespect you. He's just doing his own thing, and you just happen to be in the way.
He has good aim. And he headshots.
Yeah, the Scout is actually a gun which is so much fun to use, and it's got its own... You need to practice it sort of by itself, because the movement speed of the Scout really allows for a lot of interesting possibilities and peaks. It's such a great and satisfying gun.
That's still pretty good, I guess, half buy round for MiBR. Getting some kills, falling it in AWP in the process. MiBR just slowing it down. Really trying to use their aim to outshoot Eunited at this point. But this is a huge round for Eunited, not just to have an extra round, but momentum. They need to get as many rounds as possible against a team like MiBR.
Okay, now we have a United with a man advantage. We've got players around the squeaky area looking for something, but of course the CTs won't peek them. A long-range smoke grenade will smoke up the choke point with minimal risk. Food with the off angle. You can shoot through the corner of this box. Used to be a common spray in older versions of the game. Pretty much non-existent now. Don't really see it anymore. Never see it. Confident to say. Fallen on the outside. We've got a CT by T red. Could be a nasty surprise. Cooper moving forward. Lots of sound cues. Here's the scope, and that will be Fallen punished. Doesn't go for AWP just yet. Doesn't know the status where other people are. Moose gets taken out. Food, they're lining up for him. Close choke point. Just one frag though. There's still a chance here for MiBR.
Need the immediate plant though to make this work. Get some setup going. Setup time. Marky's been really good. United are dangerous. Looking really strong here. Coulter is going to have some Okay, well now it's going to have to be more perfect. There we go. United with the easy retake. And you can start to see the struggles that MiBR have on their T side of Nuke. It is a map that, from what I have seen, seems to be their weakest side so far. And they are a team that's still rebuilding. They've had the long roads. They've taken the long roads with regards to that. And I think the expectations for them has been so high for so long. But I guess kind of since almost after Cloud9 winning the Boston Major. Like, since then, that's really, like... That's how long they have not been really a super elite team. Because right after that, obviously, that's when Stewie and Tarek went over to MiBR, and that was a failed project, and that whole journey's, yeah, it was like a year and a half ago.
Time flies.
Effectively, yeah.
Time moves quickly, especially when the VHS is on fast forward. Fallen makes his way. Oh, did he see the shadow? I think he just about did, and Moose will take one in the face. Could have been something, ended up being nothing as far as the United are concerned. Nothing apart from some information, but just the usual stuff. Fallen's gone. Madison in a tight spot up the ladder, down the ladder. The transfer from Marquee, beautiful. Holding down the A bomb site, deleting most of the chances for MiBR in this round for 1 versus 3. He has time on his side for now, which means he can walk. He can stroll through the grounds of the... What is this place called again?
Secret?
No, I mean the whole facility. Come on, guys. Cedar Creek Nuclear Power Plant. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what you...
Yes.
What?
Yes. I'm a storyteller, okay?
I don't read that. I don't read letters. See A and B. Plant the bomb. Shoot the opponent. That's it.
I respect that. I wish my vocabulary was that simple.
Gotta make it simple.
There's a C right there, look. On the garage, it says C. What about C, Eric? Ever go to C?
Not really.
Landed a shot. Marquee with a 4K. That transfer was worth a pat on the back. Unless he doesn't like being touched, and just leave the man alone, let him play. 1, 2. Very nice.
He's looking really good so far. Marquez looking really good.
Aim on point looks like his map. He's understanding the timings of the T's, and at least how MiBR is playing it. That's always good. Oh, is that a triple op? Did I just see? Whoa, triple op on United.
Okay.
That's a little overkill.
Against pistols as well. Interesting.
Don't plan on retaking any bomb sites. So
I've never seen triple AWP before on Nuke CT side, I don't think.
that's definitely interesting.
At least not in like the last year, I feel like.
I can't remember the last time I saw triple op, other than Dust 2.
Yeah, it's so rare these days now.
It's just too expensive. And you put yourself in an awkward spot. Like, yeah, 3 AWPs taking over a retaking a bomb site, good luck. You end up dropping the AWP for rifles anyways. Unless you're fallen. You just entry kill.
Well, MiBR will make this a bit more awkward because they're going to be using a bunch of utility here to try to gain some position on the map. This is going to be very interesting. However, with Market playing so well, it's fine. I'm sure everything will be fine.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Tag. But no frag. Cooper's alive. And he moves, he rotates. MiBR with a focus on the A bomb site through the hut, the choke point. The bomb's been dropped, as has Cold Zera. Fallen and Fur remain. So far so good for Eunited. Looking great for a 6th round without too much trouble. First found himself in AWP, maybe save time, but he's been spotted. They may hunt him. What does he choose to do now? 15 seconds. Does he try to run towards Secret? Will he be exposed? Tagged through. Wow, through the wall. He's given up on life. 6 seconds now. Do you engage? Do you wait? Oh, this is going to be worst case. So Moose runs in with 3 seconds on the clock. I feel like they could wait 3 seconds.
Could have, but for some reason they didn't. I don't think they're going to do the 3 AWP setup again. That's a little risky. Cooper getting popped on outside. I don't think he even got a kill.
So similar struggles to yesterday for MiBR on T-side of Nuke against the United. I think it's almost, I think Fur should have let them have the AWP. 3 AWPs is very weird. Because here it's straight down the vents. I wonder if he was spotted. It looks like yes, he was. Now, if you, it's difficult to know whether you have been spotted in his position, but you kind of want to keep the flank alive. Like the fact that you're down there, you can see all the attention that is being distracted for Cooper with that AWP. So just by being down there, Colzer is effectively taking one guy out of the action for now. in they go towards ramp as well. HE over the top. Just pushing the AWP back. Will they go back towards the upper bomb site? Coldzera struggling to get an opening. Cooper, nice flick shot. And if they go back to upper now, actually, they may actually punish rotation of Eunited. But upper will still be difficult because there's still 5 left for Eunited as well. Life is generally difficult right now for MiBR. Everything feels very awkward.
Yeah, the Eunited is playing pretty compact. Vanity smartly takes over Squeaky Door. Wait, is it Squeaky? Yeah. Takes over Squeaky Door as the outside is being compromised. So it's giving his team a lot of room to work with here. But Taco here, he's up in the corner. But he gets spotted up by Vanity, and Vanity will take him out. This is going to be a little awkward.
18 seconds for the bomb to get planted. High ground has been lost. 2 versus 5 for MiBR. Still trying to make something happen on their T side of Nuke. It wasn't very successful yesterday, and the struggle continues today. This will be the last day we see this stacked loss bonus. You can see they've got 3,400 plus 2. Tomorrow this will be gone. To everyone's pleasure. It's a lovely flick from Cooper. Eunited comfortable on Nuke. MiBR extremely uncomfortable on the T side at least. Now, they had a much better showing on the CT side yesterday, but they'll need more than 2 rounds if they are to even attempt such a thing later on today. AWP for Fallen, a bunch of pistols. Most people, well, everyone's got Kevlar, helmets here and there for MiBR. The Squeaky Door has been blown off. We've got some spray on the outside. Fallen announces his presence and then moves towards ramp.
Good nades. It's chunky damage. Ooh, Taco. Oh my god, Taco. He is just erasing them with that deagle. Coldzera's lost meanwhile. Flick shot from Cooper lands. He's looking pretty damn good right now. The bomb's dropped. Fur in the back. He's been spotted as well. And another round for Eunited. They are looking really good at the moment. And MiBR, I mean, there's a real third map potential here because MiBR is struggling so much on this T side of theirs. And again, one thing that I find very strange is that we talked about this yesterday. MiBR just don't play the defaults on Nuke, and I think that it's so incredibly important. There is a reason why every single top team uses them, and we don't see those consistent outside smokes every round. And so I feel like it makes it easier for United to read and to rotate. A rush comes in and sprays there. Big damage from United. Vanity's very happy to defend this, but he will have his smile wiped away from his face as the rotation comes up all through heaven. This is absolute madness.
I just blinked and they're all dead. What the heck?
Blink again, see what happens. Marquis made some noises that he had dropped off, but he's walked back up because there are stairs there now. Easy access, heaven position, but it won't give him access to the bomb to defuse it. MiBR will say no. Their 3rd round on the board. Much needed 3rd round. We'll see if they can get a 4th. That's a really big shot from Cobbs. Didn't hit his teammate at all. Very, very accurate. The last few bullets. And what has this done to the money? There's plenty of money for United for the time being. MiBR needs some consecutive rounds to have a significant T side, I would say, as we are in round number 12 now, or 15. So let's see what they are able to do. Coldzera almost uncontested, but a late attempt from Vanity will stop him from making it downstairs.
So this is another problem. Coldzera has been trying to do that pretty often, and but they never lurk it. They never lurk that smoke. It's another one of those things that's missing from the default. Everything's very predictable from MiBR insofar as how they're playing the map. We'll see the wall of smokes finally this round. But considering that MiBR, again, they haven't really been defaulting outside. Even when they throw the smokes, Eunited, it just call the bluff so easily because they're like, well, you guys never really put anyone out here. So they had Moose push it immediately. And it's like, yeah, there's literally no one here. Which means that then United know exactly where everyone from MiBR is coming. So we can see the shortcomings here of the MiBR T side that we were sort of talking about earlier. But hopefully it's something that they can improve upon.
It's actually almost United's playing a similar playstyle to single Larity on their CT side of Nuke, that they're playing heavy upper consistently. At least 2 to 3 people almost every single round is in the upper bomb side by United. And it's already been 11 rounds, and MiBR haven't really, I don't know if they have figured it out that they're playing heavy upper every single round by how the rotations and happening and whatnot. So outside takes should work well against United, at least for they get down secret and work the positions, because they're only putting one person outside with Moose every once in a while playing aggressive.
The 4th timeout win this half at United. Or maybe not, just about not. In fact, if you think about it, there could have been 5. That round and when Fur was in the garage, that could have been 5 timeout wins for United in this. It more or less equates to the same thing. Struggle for MiBR on their T side. They do have another buy. We have Double Krieg, a Galil for Taco. They've got a reasonable level of grenades. We'll see if coldzera goes for his vent dive once again. Maybe the scope suggests no. Indeed, up the ladder he goes, rather than through towards Squeaky. Heading quickly towards the silo. And up he goes. Now we've got Moose by T-Red again, at least for the 3rd time. Standing in the smoke, maybe looking for a quick push around. He is being checked for by Fur. He is currently in one of the other positions that a CT can often be found in when there is aggression by T-Red. Fur on the other side. It's going to be hard for Fur to check this position, especially if Marky shows some presence by main. That's not happening just yet. Or mid even for North America. Cooper with a nice flick onto Fallen, and here comes a creep from Moose. Doesn't realize more players are towards T-Red, and Phelps will finally take him down.
But even so, Cooper's just taking everybody out, and Marky will come in for support. And it seems like MiBR haven't really been fighting here, or like fighting back. Just kind of getting taken out one by one. Phelps finally finds an angle as Cooper goes deeper for a peek. And some trades finally coming the way of MiBR. However, a 1v2 here for Fur, and he's got 40 seconds. He has a bomb at least. Wow, the numbers are really huge in the radar right now. That's like my eyes have zoomed in.
What just happened? He's lost some HP. It's fortunate for United. One of their players, I think, lagged out or something. It's not in the game anymore.
Well, we'll see if he can return in time. Phelps planting the bomb on the B-bomb site. No one in position just now for United. You can see there's a rotation through the vent. I think he hears the footsteps. Phelps, there's a grenade that's gone beyond him. It's blown the doors off, though. And there goes Phelps. Not another round for MiBR after all. Close, but not quite. The loss bonus will continue to rise. United delaying the defuse to find an AWP, I would presume. Where is it? There it is. Let the defuse begin. Double figures for United.
I'm glad I'm seeing the op on Cooper. Again, he's the op. He's the main opera on the team. It's his biggest impact weapon. We didn't see it on Mirage, hardly at all. Or at least Pollen was just outpicking everybody. It didn't seem like it. But this half in general, Cooper, a lot more kills with AWP. I mean, it's 9, but it's a lot more impact than he was on Mirage, that's for sure.
Lots of chats. 2 rounds left in this first half. MiBR with 3 rounds. We know the T side is a nightmare for them. We saw it yesterday. It's no different today. But again, it's a question of we saw a much better CT side from them. So the question is 3 rounds enough? Or, well, they may end up with more. They've got 2 chances for additional rounds. And the first one is about to begin. It'll be Fallen with the Galil now. He's got 8 frags so far. Been having a great time with the AWP, and I'm sure he will do if he gets a chance on the second half. But first, he needs to find some more rounds in the first.
It's just so strange to me that MiBR can play all these complex T sites on other maps, but then it's like they don't apply the same principles to Nuke.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused in that as well.
Because they look like such a different team on this, specifically this half. That makes them look very different to every other map. Either way. United, I think, will be a tougher challenge than Singularity, so they definitely need another round or two. Mark 8 taking down Phelps on the upper bomb site. And a quick rotation from MiBR towards the lower ramp. And no one would get caught by food. So with that was a very risky jump, a series of jumps from MiBR, but with that, the fact that no one died, there might be a solid shot here for MiBR to take this round with the post plant.
Well, it started off pretty damn well for Eunited. 2 versus 4 now for MiBR to deal with. coldzera and Fur both in elevated positions looking towards the ramp. Surely someone is there, and someone is there in Cooper, but he's got a passive angle. He's just far back, waiting to find out where Fur is. Now he's starting to move in, and Fur's exposed. Lovely tap. Moving around the side. It won't last very long, though. 11 rounds for Eunited. The bomb plant will give MiBR 4,200. So they will have a goodbye for the last round of the first half. Let's see what they can do. Lots of defuses for United, lots of timeout wins. I'm counting more than there are on the board because of the nature of how those rounds ended in the dying seconds. Will it be a 12-3 half for United? Krieg onto Fallen, the 4 AKs on the remainder of MiBR. Lots of Molotovs, smokes, flashes. Will it be a wall outside? It looks like it will be lined up. Having a look-see. There's been a number of rounds where United have had that. I think it's Moose who's been aggressive towards T-Red. We'll see if that continues. The glass will be smashed towards A. They could choose to execute later. Maybe the threat of one is enough. Or maybe it isn't. Not much has been enough here in this half for MiBR.
Nope, that's a good Molotov. Oh, maybe not.
Nice. Okay, well, MiBR desperately looking for that last round. But the wall of smoke's outside, but there's actually no one towards Secret here, I don't think. I think Moose is in the garage, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So he's just watching for anybody wrapping in through main. Or mini. One of the rounds that MiBR did win yesterday, one of the few 4 rounds they won against Singularity, was a walk down Secrets. And nothing has happened because United are happy just to wait everything out. So here comes the wrap into through mini. Moves to be spotted, and it's a very strong position. 2 players down, and also the round is known. United still maintaining good positions. Nice peek from coldzera. That's the kind of shot you need to make in a spot like this. But there's still more work to be done.
Well, that's a very dominant CT side for United. We thought it would be good, but did we think it would be this good? Marquis finishes 22-4-4. Can MiBR stop him in the second half? Find out after the break. back to the studio. At halftime, normally we go straight into the game, but somebody disconnected. Now, before this game started, I believe there was a CSGO update where I know there was. We spoke about that earlier. There was a Steam update as well, although that's less relevant generally speaking, but there may or may not be issues in that person reconnecting. So if there is, then there may be a slight delay. If there isn't, then fantastic. So we'll have to wait to find out. But I suppose we can have a quick recap. MiBR are not amazing at the T side of Nuke. Vertigo is an interesting map, which maybe needs some updates. The loss bonus thing has been fixed now, which is fantastic. I honestly do wonder if it was meant to... I guess it was meant to stack like that. Yeah, it must have been deliberate, because I don't know. It just seems unusual to me. A little too much, but now it's been reined in once again. Can't draw on the map yet. Huh?
They just want more gun rounds. Valve wants more gun rounds.
Yeah.
Tired of pistols.
I think the reset thing, not going from 34 to 1400, I think that's good. That's fine. I don't have an issue with that. The stack was a bit much though. It was too compounding. It was punishing for just about winning rounds.
Yeah.
You know, that's a good feeling. Like you got this big struggle, you clutched around one or two people, and then everything can get wiped out because of that. And it sets you on the back foot. Isn't the way it should necessarily be. But I think now we are in a good spot with that at least. And I think we've got everyone on the server again.
It's a better spot than what it was.
Yeah?
Yeah,
absolutely. So 3 rounds on the... I think this is a very tall order for MiBR, even with their strength. Even if they do find themselves comfortable on the CT side versus Eunited, it's just like such a long way back. I would be surprised and impressed if they were able to do it.
Yeah.
It's really weird to me because they're a group. They've been together for so long. You can't really have the excuse that, they've just assembled a team, they need time to develop stuff. And so unless they just decided to play Nuke in last week, I can't think of a good reason why they have such poor T sides. Because it looks so different to any other top team that plays this map. And there's so much in the way of examples. We know they understand the game really well. We know Fallen, for example, has a great mind for the game. So where is the problem? Where is the problem? I mean, and we have to be critical. It's MiBR. They have incredible players. They've won majors. They're all incredible. So why aren't they delivering an incredible T side in Nuke?
Against Singularity, well, to be honest, actually, Eunited and Singularity CT sides, their rotations are actually pretty good. And Eunited's CT setup, even on Mirage, was actually really good. It's just on Mirage, the one big, key thing is that they weren't hitting their shots like they are on Nuke. So, can't give too much hate on MiBR, but United's still doing a pretty good job on their CT side.
Yeah, I don't take anything away from United. It's just high expectations for the likes of the Brazilians. And they will be making their way down into the lower bomb side. Oh god, it's a massacre. Taco will not go hungry tonight. He has made himself $900. That is a very nice start
steak
for MiBR.
Nice steak dinner and some wine.
Morton's, or whatever that place is called. That's outrageously expensive.
Morton's, yeah.
Morton's.
Ah, yes, Morton's. Yes.
James only eats at high-class restaurants.
Love a good side of asparagus. Joe's in Caesars in Vegas is my favorite steak place.
Do you go all out when you go there? Like $100 steak? Wagyu?
It's not there. No, I've only had Wagyu in Atlanta, but I like to mix it up and get the Oscar. I'm not a huge steak person. Dan is much more of a steak person than I am, but on occasion where I do want one, that's a very good place to have one. Obviously, there's an eco round for Eunited, which didn't have much success, but now we move to the buy round. The AK-47s are out, the flashbangs, the smoke grenades. Will there be money for mollies? So far, the answer is no for Eunited, and in fact, there will be no Molotovs whatsoever. So if they were to execute towards A, they have no molly for the roof, for the hut. So their job may be somewhat difficult, depending on what they choose to do. 7-round lead for Eunited. We've got no AWP just yet for Fallen. This is a key round for MiBR as well. They have got their anti-eco weapons in part, so this is scary territory for the Brazilians.
Yeah, they've managed to get themselves, as you say, that good start. But this, I completely agree. It's such a pivotal round. If they're able to pick this one up, you feel like they can get that momentum going for themselves. But they've obviously You kind of have to keep some SMGs for this ones, and you have to respect the fact that you can't really hold outside when you do so. So United know what they have, but Fur finds a great kill onto Market. That's an important one. Flashbang out for Fur to go for deep for a peek, but Food is good for it. Oh dear, what's happened there?
Part of the circus.
4v4, a resmoke of the mini position to deny information, but it does give some security for MiBR. It would be surprising if United went through that smoke at this point, unless there was a flashbang. Moose in essentially an anti-eco position, this area, looking for a push, and there will be one eventually. It seems coldzera is hungry for it, making his way towards Squeaky now, and coldzera will not spot it. Moose takes out Phelps. Can Cold do something about it? He's missed an opportunity. Moose goes back, rips his face off. This is not looking good for MiBR. Fallen in the B bomb site, and the T's are going up towards A. There's plenty of time to correct if Taco gets a kill. He does get a kill. They don't know where Fallen is, though, so that may cause them to be somewhat paranoid. Taco trying to invite information, some shoulder jiggling. Sees nothing. Food gives him nothing. Eunited cut noise.
So it comes Fallen from Secrets, and he'll be making lots of noise, which should allow Taco to get out. See, they're trying to come out together. So be so careful here. It's a very difficult spot to peek. Oh, dropping off the huts. Taco, here is it. Oh, but there's no kill. That had to be the kill. Fallen can't get it either. And it's a tough round to lose. Obviously, it's kind of the bonus round per se, but they did spend a lot on utility, so if they force it up here, they're gonna have a couple of SMGs again.
It's a little blunder by Fallen during that 2-on-2 with Taco. I don't understand. He was baiting the shot for the person top of hut. He spots the person, and then he pulls out his nade. What is the nade going to do in that situation? Because Taco's already coming out squeaky door. So you know that no one's in that area. So what are you nading? So I think that was just a bad play by Fallen in that situation.
That's a great opener from Moose. Blows up in the door, already pre-aiming that angle towards main. Just you can close your eyes and spray, and you're going to get a kill. Phelps unable to respond, and United looking pretty smooth here on this game of Nuke. Definitely looking more routines than MiBR were. And Fallen will take a pretty strong position, finds the bomb, has to deliver a multitude of kills, which he cannot do. And everyone in MiBR is kind of getting abused. Used and abused.
Another round in the bag for Eunited. They look unstoppable, and maybe they will be, because MiBR with $2,000 per person. Do you go for double force buy? Do you play against 10 game points? Will it make much of a difference either way? I'm not sure that it will. They've bought nothing just yet. There's a timeout from Eunited. Maybe discussing the expectation. Discussing solid strats. Now we've got the Molotovs. 5 Molotovs to be exact. 5 Molotovs and 4 HEs. Cooper's the only man with double flash. Who knows, maybe he disposes of one and picks up a HE as well. Time for MiBR to stew. Still nothing purchased. Just the pressing of the Q button between the knife and the USP. If they literally buy nothing in this round, I wonder what they do. If they all go for a ramp rush, maybe.
Honestly, an outside bonanza. 4 people outside, stacked on top of each other.
Are they going for a normal? Okay, they've got an extra person outside at least. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So far, so good. Usual grenades. And Vanity making his way around. Knifing the wall, as people seem to do for some reason. And he will go down. I just don't get it. Why do they need to knife the wall all the time? Just sound cues, but why? Why? What is the meaning?
Because it feels good. It's about feeling. Bomb down, they should be fine. No kits. It's about damage, about picking up guns here for MiBR. Pretty solid nade there. And it's not really all that much they can do. And there we go. Everyone's dead, except Phelps. That's a USP though. Trying to be sneaky, trying to catch somebody off guard, steal away a gun maybe. There's a FAMAS retrieved. trying to take someone with him. Although at this point, that doesn't really make much sense due to the fact that their money is so outrageous. A gun would have been helpful, but never mind. Lack of utility it will be for MiBR, but they'll have rifles at least. And Fallen has an AWP. And this has been a very difficult game for MiBR. Will they start V2ing Nuke at some point? I do wonder. Because it's a tough life here at Cedar Creek.
And their second ban was Inferno. You remember?
I do not remember. I'd have to look
it was.
up.
I think it's Inferno.
Fallen, AWP, no Kevlar, trying to hold down the choke point so far, so good spray from both sides. Such a long way back for MiBR. Early advantage though in round 21. Taco makes his way downstairs. United seem to have a focus towards the ramp. That's where Fallen is. Won't be really vulnerable to grenades. Just a simple walkout, not even a jump past the angle. Just walking into the crosshairs. Maybe feeling like the match is already over, but it's not. It is not. 5 versus 3 now for MiBR. But it may have given up the hell position. They do have a player in heaven. Now what do Eunited do with these 3 players? Awkward to try and trade. coldzera commits to the kill. And that leaves 2. And that leaves half in terms of health. Marky makes his way out. A lot of information from MiBR moving around. coldzera taken out. There is a player going towards the secret position. Taco's on the ramp now. Bomb collected. Awkward times. Bomb seen on the radar at this point. There's Fallen poking out. Beautiful timing from Cooper. They're bringing this back. They're bringing it all the way back. All of a sudden, it's a 2 versus 1. What has happened to this round? Phelps has got the sound cues. 29 seconds. United are not giving this round up at all, are they?
Oh, and they have smokes as well for everything. Oh, this is going to be a tough one for Phelps. He doesn't have a kid either, so he can't really be too slow. The door is closed, and I would imagine that the glass is not broken either, so... Nope. This is awful. There's no way in. There's no way in without making a noise, which means that element surprise is gone. And that's a rip for MiBR. 16-5 on Nuke. This is, it's 2 times we've seen MiBR play Nuke, and 2 times they have struggled against opposition that is not on their level, on any other map.
Yeah, just it's kind of weird. I mean, again, this map's about bait and rotation, spacing and timing, and MiBR is usually really good at doing that on all cross maps, but this one, very lackluster. United looked really good. Their CT sides are on point. They're rotating together, they're exchanging kills. It's a way different, I guess, aim-wise at least, from the Mirage that we saw from the United.
It almost seems like they want to try and play it in their own way, in their own style, as opposed to kind of just accepting what is the given norm at the moment.
Yeah.
And I don't know, we'll see how, I mean, it has to develop, it has to get improved, so we'll see how it does. But Eunited with a very dominant scoreline and play in general, which is partly MiBR, partly United, but credit to the latter. Marquis 29-4-7 had an outstanding game, was not stopped almost ever by MiBR. And I don't know what else we can really say about that particular game of Nuke. We will indeed finally be going to Inferno as the deciding map between these 2 teams. I don't think Inferno, I don't know, man. I think there's a chance Inferno's a good deciding map. I think in any best of 3 series. So we'll have to see if MiBR have it in them. They are the favourite. They should be the favourite, but can they take it over the line? We will find out. Stay tuned for map number 3 in the best of 3 series.